important? Or why should I come to Downey? This question could be answered with a variety of essays that all revolve around the same core idea that Downey has certain je ne sais quoi, like no other city. Downey is the birthplace of what is known as the Stay Gallery, a community art center that keeps Downey invested in the arts.
Downey also invests itself in learning other subjects, such as science, providing learning centers such as the Columbia Space Center Memorial to keep Downey's youth interested in intellectual growth, and even the youth of other cities and countries. It is the only science learning center in the Los Angeles area dedicated to hands-on robotics. We also provide an array of diverse restaurants, such as our local Porto's Bakery, which will keep you immersed in many different cultures. Finally, our school district shapes our students into being independent kids who are very capable of making their own decisions. With our top-of-the-line teachers and ICS classes, we are able to create the future of America, and they are most certainly la crème de la crème.
First, when I started ICS, I didn't really think of it as something that I want to do in life. I thought of it more as a hobby. And then as the year went on, my cousin first told me that he was going to take computer science, and then I started getting a little bit interested in it. I started the classes, but still, it was a new challenge to me. I liked it, but still nothing really. And then 2 months into the program, my sister passed away, and then I thought to myself, I really don't have time to think what I want to do in the future. I have to figure this out. And then I thought, I'm good at this, and I can make this into a very successful career. PLTW has given me a lot of opportunities like this Indianapolis trip, and I look forward to what they have to offer me in the future.
Hi, I'm Anna. Since 6th grade, I knew that Project Lead the Way would be perfect for me because it is a way to express how I feel through my apps. As I learned more about Project Lead the Way, Intro to Computer Science, I knew I would want to go into a career with this. Project Lead the Way, Intro to Computer Science can be challenging sometimes because of my ADHD, but it is not impossible. Project Lead the Way has opened so many new windows and so many new experiences for me. I can't wait to see where it takes me, and I hope that it can change other people's lives just as it changed mine.
Before we start, I have a question. How many of you have been to a city where you don't know anything about it? Can we see a show of hands? Okay.
This app can solve that problem. Our app is called Discover Downey. Accomplishments. This app shows popular landmarks in Downey, and maybe this app will become the signature app for Downey, and this app format can be used for other cities like yours.
Backlogs. Backlogs are the main functions of the app. Our ones were so you could learn the greatest places in Downey, take a quiz to test your knowledge on the city, and watch a tour on our personal YouTube channel.
A sprint task is small functions that make up the backlog. Our sprint tasks include creating a main menu, having all of our buttons access a web page or take you to another screen, and making a quiz and finding all the right algorithms, also organizing and producing YouTube videos.
This is our main menu screen. These buttons will take you to another screen. The first one takes you to our Discover Downey screen where you can choose your desired location. The second one you use to test your knowledge on the city, which is the quiz screen. And the third one takes you to the Downey website.
This is an example of our 4 locations that we picked. We picked the Columbia Memorial Space Center, the Stay Gallery, Porto's Bakery, and our lovely school, Mary R. Stauffer Middle School. The first button is a web button, and this opens a web URL to go to the location's website. The second button is a back button, and this is to go back to the Discover Downey menu. The 2 labels at the bottom give small descriptions about the locations and tell you what times it opens and closes.
This is our quiz screen. The first button takes you back to the first screen, which is our main menu. This is where you can type in your answer to the question you will see in question label 1. The answer button you use to see if you got the question right or wrong, and the next button will change the picture and give you the next question.
These are our algorithms for the app. The first set of blocks, it controls things such as a button, which calls another screen. The second set of algorithms controls what happens when you push the button, so it will take you to the website.
These set of algorithms are specifically for the quiz portion of the app. The first set of blocks that you see will control the next button, which will take you to the next question. The second set of blocks you see will tell you if you got the question right or wrong, and the third set of blocks you see has lists of things you will see in the app.
It took us 5 versions.
That's a lot of changes.
We worked on it over 50 hours,
Well, that's a lot of time.
and we are 100% done.
Not completely.
Imagine waking up from a deep sleep thinking that you are going to have a relaxing day of unwinding in an oasis. Except the real world hits you and you wake up to the reality that is not having water to be able to enjoy yourself in things such as a nice soothing pool, a silly backyard slip and slide, or a bath to loosen your tight muscles. In this reality of being in a drought, we would also suffer environmentally through things such as a drying of forests and economically through the crops of farmers. So, how do we keep this from becoming a permanent reality?
The answer is simple. Instead of going to great and unnecessary lengths to save water, you can just save water at home through simple means such as using a dishwasher instead of washing dishes by hand or turning off the water while brushing your teeth. This is how we save water, and when many people participate in this type of water saving, we would be able to make a huge impact on the drought due to the fact that when we come together, we are able to complete amazing things. This app will only make it easier to come together and fight the drought.
Hi, I'm Ivan. My ICS experience has been great. I feel as if this ICS skills are going to get me to places and get me a job such as being a doctor. I feel as if these opportunities are going to be so great. An opportunity that I've got through ICS has been going to Indianapolis right now. I love ICS, and it's going to get me to places in life. I really want to thank Mr. T, Verizon, and my parents for supporting me and helping me make this possible.
Hello, I'm David, and I came here from Korea about 2.5 years ago, leaving my family for education. Right now, I'm living with my uncle and aunt and attending Stauffer Middle School. In my 8th grade year, I decided to pick my elective as Intro to Computer Science because it sounds fancy, and learn about coding by using MIT App Inventor. This was crazy because I've never gotten that kind of opportunity to learn about coding, and I thought coding was only for adults. PLTW and Verizon made it all possible for us, and I'm very thankful for it. ICS has been opening so many opportunities for me, like PLTW Summit, and has lightened my pathway to be a computer science engineer. Taking an ICS class was a great experience for me and my 8th grade year, and I hope to continue to learn about coding later on.
Hello, I'm Ivan,
And I'm David.
and together we created an app called Water Saver. The first thing that popped in our head when we created an app was drought. We figured that California was in a severe drought, and we figured that it would cost about $2.2 billion and unemploy about 17 people. We're going to start off with a quick question. How many of you guys know how many gallons you guys use?
So, with our app, you can save water by recording how much water you use every day. So just in case you guys don't know how severe the problem is, this was one of the lakes in California in 2011. And then it turned to this not too long ago.
Backlog. Some may wonder what a backlog is. A backlog is things that we want our app to do or our app to include. Some things that we wanted our app to include was measure how much water we use in a day, compare the amount of water used today, give tips on how to save water, and show the amount of water you use in a whole entire week.
Sprint tasks. Sprint tasks are the ways we'll solve our backlogs. Sprint task for backlog number 1, measuring how much water used in a day. So if you click the record button in our screen 1, then you'll go to screen 2, showing you many options on how you can use water. Then you'll input your data, scroll down, click the home button, leading you to screen 1 back again, and then it will show you the data that you have recorded.
Sprint task for backlog number 3. When you click the date picker as shown in the figure, it would allow you to pick a date. Once you pick a date, the date would appear on the button, and when the new day starts, as shown on the figure, the today's information will transfer to the white circle.
Backlog 3, it's the giving tips on how to save water. So if you click tips button, then it'll lead you to screen 3, showing you many options on the places. When you click one of the options, then it will lead you to screen 4, and then it will show how to save water in that screen on the place that you have chosen. So for example, if you pick kitchen, then it will show the tips to save water in kitchen.
This is sprint task for backlog number 3. When you click the date picker, it will allow you to pick the date as shown right there. Once you pick the date after you recorded the amount of water you used, the date will appear on the date picker. When you click the calendar button, it opens up to screen 5, which is the calendar as shown in the figure, and you can see the gallons you used. If you use over 120 gallons, the font will turn red, indicating that you've used too much water.
Algorithms. These are some of the codes that we've used on our app. So this, on screen 2, you can record how much water you used. And this code allows the data to save and allowing it to appear in the screen 1. And then this code leads to another code that sums up all the data of water you used. So for example, like 5 gallons plus 6 gallons, and then it will show on the screen 1.
A solution, how our app will help society. Our app would first record the amount of water used in one day. It would then compare the results with yesterday's results and today's results, and then give tips on how to save water. It's really simple, isn't it? This is a picture of our engineering notebook that we use to format our app and fix it.
Thank you for listening.